Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go! 79 Broncos!
They'll send him over right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Setting up a throw. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Chicago. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, massive hit, the ball is out! But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Play action now with Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got it first to begin the frame. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
Ready? Let's go now.
That ultra ground move, riding in the good, not used.
Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Brought in by Ayuk. He loses the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He finds Fant. Running in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
He finds him right side. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That finds Ayuk complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Jacobs running behind center. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
From the gun is Purdy. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 30.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a 49er first down.
Let's go now.
Handoff running left, Jacobs. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. George Kittle, the touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he does not tie this game. His extra point's off. They remain down by 1. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Nick Bosa on the stop. Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. 7-6 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have second and pretty long here.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Look into the air here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Second and long, they didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming, and they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable third down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness, and I love aggressiveness. The problem? Well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves. Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 38. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
Running it after the penalty. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Purdy setting up that play action. That throw finds Kittle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. He's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up second
Here's 2nd and 2. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Ready? Go!
Back to throw now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Jacobs. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Kittle brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got it at the 24. It's some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it's going to be Bears football. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready? 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Working quickly here.
60 by 6. Take up.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. They're across the 40. Nice run here. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Bears just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They run it with Jacobs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The 49ers pushing for points. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They go play action here. He rolls to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a 49er first down. Here's a give to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. This is Jacobs running left. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Bears 15.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready? Set. Hey. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19, Buffalo 18. Set go.
He's dropping back to throw. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Go.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
18 rep, 18 rep.
They're throwing it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the 49ers are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Pretty throwing here on first. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, here we go. Second down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 20. First down, 49ers.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. They're looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Jacobs with a first and then some. And finally down right along that opposing 40. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing from the gun here. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Let's go now.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here we go.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Jacobs, and he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. That finds Jacobs complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down. Jacobs with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Into the hands of Kittle. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has his man, it's Swift. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 35 on second down. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw it. He's got him, that's Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and 2.
From the 44 here on second down. Swift hauls it in. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Chicago first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go now.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. Pushing for the red zone. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Bears football, and they face elimination. They trail to start the 4th. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Ready.
He'll pass it this time. Touchdown, Chicago! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently.
Oh, he loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Purdy setting up that play action. Complete out to the right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. That throw finds Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling their running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Again, it's Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set up. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11.
Bears 29. Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here.
Set up.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for 2.
Here we go.
Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Cut by Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. 49ers holding on to a field goal lead. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He's back to throw. He goes back to him yet again, completes. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They stick with Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Chicago.